Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Ako si Calvin Quezon and this is my devotion for today, March 16. And ang topic po natin for today is, mayroon ka bang bahala na mentality or determinism? So, ang scripture po natin for today is Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9. Babasahin ko po. Ang taong nagkaplano, ngunit ang Panginoon ang nagtutuwid ng kanyang hakbang. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. So, ang main concept po ang main topic po natin ngayon is determinism. So, ano po ba yung determinism? Determinism is the belief that everything happens is caused by something else and could not have happened differently. It means that all events, decisions, and actions are the result of prior causes, whether nature or fate or God's plan. So, ibig sabihin daw po nito is, determinism is the idea po that everything happens according to a cause and effect relationship, meaning nothing occurs by chance. Some believe that this means that life is already set in stone, whether by nature, fate, or God's plan. So this belief po can sometimes lead to a mindset of either totally surrender or passivity, where people think they have no control over their lives. However, biblical teachings about God's sovereignty and human responsibility shows a balance. God has a plan, but we are also called to act faithfully. So, yung verse din po nito ay na-highlight din po na tension between human free will and divine sovereignty. Of course, we make our own plans, but ultimately, our God is in control of everything. It does not mean we should stop planning, but rather, we should submit our plans to God and trust His directions. So, ayun po yung pinaka-concept nun. And i-explain ko po as we go further with our teachings and applications. First teaching natin is the Bible teaches that God has a plan. So, ibig sabihin, the Bible repeatedly emphasizes that God is in control over things. God declares the end from the beginning. His purpose will stand. So, everything happens according to God's will, and God works all things for the good of those who love Him. So this mga verse po na binanggit ko, confirms that God has a plan and nothing happens outside His will. So, second teaching ko is, the Bible teaches that we need to be faithful. Ibig sabihin po nito is, God's sovereignty does not mean we should be passive. The Bible teaches that faith and action go together. We must work out our salvation while recognizing that God works in us. So many are called but few are chosen, highlighting both or showing the importance of both God's calling and human response. And the third teaching po natin for today is, the Bible teaches that humans are created free. So ibig sabihin, although God is sovereign, humans are responsible for their choices. Ibig sabihin, humans cannot direct their own steps without God, and people must come to Jesus, but it is God who draws them. So this shows po that our actions matter, but they are always within God's greater purpose. So, the Bahala na mentality, trust versus fatalism. Ito po yung passive fatalism na wala akong magagawa, bahala ng tadhana. And faithful surrender is, ginagawa kong best ko, bahala na si Lord. I did my best, now entrust it to God. So the Bible teaches that second approach, trusting in God while being responsible. We should not use bahala na as an excuse to be lazy or careless, but as a declaration of faith after doing our part. So practical application is, have faith in God and surrender your worries. Do your best always and do not rely on faith. Ibig sabihin, hard work and faith go together. Do not use God's sovereignty as an excuse for inaction or katamaran or bahala na mindset. Be faithful while embracing bahala na si Lord mentality. So after giving your best effort and trust the results to God, knowing that His plan is always greater. So, ayun na po. Ako si Godfrey Quizon and this is my devotion for today, March 16. Sana po ay marami kayong natutunan. Ayun na po and God bless.